went in and round. What a thing that would have been for him to hold that from off the green. Well, it was a really great putt. On the other hand, Trevino has a more direct chance of holding his. There it is, you see. Doesn't look more than about 10 or 11 feet at the most. And what a valuable one this would be if he could just get this in and go up to join Doug Sanders at 2 under, 1 behind Jacklin. Go on, then. Oh, well done. Trevino gets a real popular cheer. He gets the 3 at the 70th.
A longish putt for a birdie 3. Oh, and he's done it again. He really is making a move, this man now. You've seen 2 magnificent putts from Trevino on the last 2 greens. So Trevino goes to 3 under. Tony Jacklin. He's seen those last 2 putts of Trevino's. He's got this for a birdie 3. So he's got this to stay ahead of them. Looking good too. Oh, what a super putt.
So what a situation we have here now with Tony Jacklin just 1 stroke ahead of the joint second place men Doug Sanders and Lee Trevino.
Here's Trevino. Nasty bunker shot at 16, slightly downhill. No follow through, squirting it up. Oh my God, straight in the hole for a 2. Now, if you're ever going to win championships, well, those are the sort of things that happen to you. That was destined for 10 or 15 yards over the green, and it took 1 skip and a bounce, and it went straight in the hole. Well, he had a very nasty downhill bunker shot, and just look at Trevino roaring with love. It was, and he's pointing, that could have been halfway up the 17th fairway. Well, that's what good living shows. It all comes out in the end. Look at this. Watch how he drops the club down, drives it out. No follow through. The ball's really squirting at about 80 miles an hour. 1, 2 straight in the hole, and thank you very much. This is Trevino. 2 putts from here, and he'll have his 4th successive birdie, and it's looking like 1 putt of it runs. Oh, it's just 9 inches short. Well, it would have been 3 birdies and an eagle, but as it is, that's 4 birdies in a row for Lee Trevino, who's now 5 under, and what a happy man he must be, and how the whole championship's changed yet again in the last 45 minutes, when this man getting 4 birdies in a row. He'll probably just knock this one forward with a 8 or 9 iron. Quite coarse grass round the back of the green, bleached by the sun. Just knock it down and chop it forward. So easy just to touch the ground before the ball and leave it halfway, or in your efforts to get it close, give it a little too much. Which is no. Really isn't fair, is it? Really isn't fair. Look at that. Now, what a crucial putt this is. Jacklin thinking just a few moments ago that he might even sneak one off Trevino, who had a difficult little chip from the back. And now he's faced with this nasty 4.5 foot putt for his par to remain 4 under. Go in, yes, right in. What a wonderful effort from Jacklin. Great stuff, great stuff. And there you see Trevino laughing and joking, well he might. And so might Jacklin, because he's really weathered the storm and gone with him all the way, and my word, tomorrow should be absolutely fantastic.
What a putt that was. Magnificent. And they go to the 17th tee, both level in the lead, both one ahead of Nicholas. 6 under each.
And now on the 17th tee, Tony Jacklin, who once again, after a bad little putt, made a fantastic putt. Joint leader. Very important driving hole. And he's driven it absolutely in position A. Jacklin in perfect position. Don't think he can get it on from there, but he can get it pretty close. And now Trevino, disturbed by something, perhaps some of the crowd crossing the fairway.
What the hell can I say? I'm a Mexican.
You know, always jovial.
Mexican, strange land. They can do what they want. I don't know what the hell they do over here.
He has bunkered it. He's put it in the first bunker, which is going to be very bad, because I don't think he can do much out of there except hit it maybe 40 or 50 yards forward, and I'm not sure he can get on in his third shot from there. He'll have great difficulty getting near the green in 3. There you saw the lie he had. He fell down after he hit it. That ball couldn't have gone very far, and he's 240 yards from the green, I would think, at this point. And here's Tony Jacklin's second shot. He's played it. It's coming down the left-hand side, and it's all right. It's in the light rough, about 20 yards off the putting surface, about 45 yards from the flag.
Jack Nicklaus viewing his putt at the 18th. And while he's viewing that, Trevino's hit his third while Nicklaus is lining up, and he's not pleased with it, so he's really opened the door for Jacklin in the match behind, and this is Nicklaus trying this long one for a birdie 3. Up the crown of the... Will it turn? Will it turn? Will it rate? No. Dead on the line. Oh, you can see disappointment. But what an incredible round of golf from Jack Nicklaus. Just hope he just knock this one in. He's got this putt for a 66.
Back at the 17th, Trevino, as we said, would probably not be able to get on the green, and indeed he didn't. He hit a not very good third shot, which hooked into the rough about 120 to 100, about 120 yards from the hole, I would think. We're not exactly sure where the ball is. I'm quite sure, though, that Trevino will be playing his fourth shot before Jacklin plays his third, and from not as good a position. You see Trevino going across the fairway there. And there is a tremendous roar of acclaim for Tony Jacklin, the crowd sensing that just possibly he's going to do it again. His ball is lying well in the fringe rough, and with the pin placed where it is today, this shouldn't be much difficulty at all for him. A couple days ago, the pin was tucked on the left front of the green, which had made this shot almost impossible. Now there, Trevino on the right side of your screen in the ankle-deep rough. He's about 40 to 50 yards behind Jacklin, and I'd say maybe 100 yards from the flag, or perhaps just a little bit less. Trevino playing his fourth to the par 5 17th from not the best looking position. And he's hit it through the green, And it's now going to maybe come back down the hill, but stops there. So Trevino is 4 there. He'll have to get down in 2 to save 6. Of course, the way he chipped yesterday, this might be like a 8-foot putt for many people.
And here is Jack Nicklaus with what he hopes will be his final stroke of the 1972 British Open. Yes, great round from Nicklaus, 66. Fine score. Just a question of whether our man Jacklin can just pip him on the post.
Now, if Tony Jacklin can get down in 2 here, he very possibly will be able to make a 5 and win the Open. And he's left it short. He's left it short. About 12 feet short of the hole. So Jacklin, unless he makes this, is going to have to make a 4 to beat Nicklaus. If he does make it, he might have the luxury of being able to make a 5 at the 18th to win, unless Trevino should do one of his patented Trevino chip-ins.
So the situation, Nicklaus in 5 under par. Trevino and Jacklin a stroke ahead of him, but Trevino having played 4 and still off the green at the 17th. Jacklin lying, having played 3, a chance of a birdie.
Jacklin sitting down there, wishing that he'd hit that a lot closer to the hole, I'm sure. There's Trevino's little chip shot. And he's done it again. He has chipped it in for 5. Three times in 2 days. Under pressure that is incredible, Trevino has chipped it in.
No top 5.
So now Jacklin, who made a critical putt at the last hole, has got to make this one. So Jacklin needs this putt to take a 1-stroke lead. He has not only missed it, he has put it about 2 feet to 2.5 feet past, and this is by no means a certainty. You must wonder what goes through someone's mind with a putt like this after seeing a chip shot like that. Tony Jacklin, who a moment ago looked like all he had to do was get down in 2 from 40 yards to have a certain victory, now has got to make this to go into the last hole level with his playing partner Lee Trevino. He's pulled it off to the left. Never gave it a chance. So Jacklin takes 4 to get down from 40 yards from the flag and goes to the last hole 1 stroke behind Trevino.
Well, there's tragedy in golf, isn't there? I don't remember any Open where the lead fluctuated so quickly and so often. And one would have thought, to any odds on, that board would read Tony Jacklin -6, Lee Trevino -5. But it's the other way around, and Jacklin, unless something turns up at this last hole, will never forget that 4 from the edge of the green at the 17th. So now The limelight shows again on the holder, the defender, Lee Trevino. What a wonderful shot to finish. What a wonderful chap this is, really. And it does look as though, at long last, we have seen the shot that wins the Open. They'll both get the most tremendous reception here because Jacklin has done so terribly well and just failed only at the very, very end to make this spectacular comeback. And after all this, he has to hold this to be equal second with Jack Nicklaus. Another foot might have done it. And so he goes to 4 under, and he is third to Jack Nicklaus. A shame, those 3 putts have changed. He finished 6 under. Never mind, he'll be back. And now what must surely be the final scene. Here's Lee Trevino, the holder. No, he's missed it. But I think he can afford to. And he has this to win the Open, which he does. 6 under. And Lee Trevino wins the 1972 Open by 1 stroke from Jack Nicklaus and 2 strokes from Tony Jacklin and 3 strokes from Doug Sanders and 5 strokes from Brian Barnes.